What's up, Roulette Fools? Brent with AOB, back with another member challenge. So this strategy was submitted to us by Mr. Roulette Grinder. So we're going to get going. I'll explain it as we're going here. So he says this is sort of a riff on something that Mr. K. White does. And I believe Mr. K. White starts with 2 corners and then starts building his corners from there. This is 1 street and 1 corner. We're going to keep adding a street and a corner all the way up to 7, but the first 3 streets you just leave at the same bet amount. So there's a loss, unfortunately. So close. I don't know why I had $130 there. Okay. Sometimes I forget to clear this from previous stuff. Okay, so now what we do is we add another street, and we're going to go here and go low. We'll just kind of alternate the corners high and low is what we'll do. And we do this through 3. If we lose a 3rd time, on the 4th time, we do another street and corner and we add 1 unit. Then we keep adding a street and a corner and adding 1 unit. So I have to remind myself not to martingale. Just rebet the first time we can. Oh, that's never good. That's never good for nearly any strategies and all strategies that I play, unless you're a 0 worshiper, a 0 follower, which I am not. So this is our 3rd street. We leave it still at $5. And your corner needs to be attached to your street. See how I'm doing that? Make it a P or small p. So make it a P. Each one covers 5 numbers. The 2 and the 3, these 2 are jackpot numbers. This is a partial win. 5 and 6 is a partial win. So each one has 2 jackpot numbers, and then they each have 3 partial win numbers. If you win on a partial win, if it gets you back, great. If it doesn't, you just rebet it if it's a partial win, unless it gets you to your target. Okay, so now on this one, we're going to add a 4th street. And this one we get to use the double button because we are doubling up our bet from 5 to 10. Okay, here we go. We needed this one last time. We needed that to hit the 23. So let's hope we can get a bingo number, because I believe if we hit one of the bingo numbers at any point, that'll immediately take you into nice profit. So will this change my mind about progressive coverage systems? If you watch any of my videos, you know I'm not really a fan of progressive coverage systems. Okay, there's an 18. That's a partial. That's okay. It's better than a loss, right? And I think it gets us $20, $10. Okay, here we're going to rebet. Everything stays the same on partials. Unless, of course, like I said, if you get enough partials and then you get, if it were me, if I got close enough, I would just go back to base bet, but it's up to you. Now, Mr. Grinder says he goes for profit targets of 50, 100, 150, etc. I think, unless you're betting like $1 units, I think that if you're betting at least $5, for at least for those profit targets, you're either going to get into profit. Okay, we just hit a bingo, 19. That's my favorite number. This should skyrocket us up pretty well. There you go, nice. So now we're going to start over. We're going to come down to this end. We're going to start down there. So nice. In 5 spins, up 80. Will this change my mind on progressive betting systems? We'll see. We will see. Ideally, right, you hit a 35 or 36 on this first one, and that's a really nice profit. That's 105, did we say? 55, 60 plus 45. Yep, $105 if we were to hit it. We just missed it. So we wanted to roll that next time because we'll be covering that street. And the 29, because we're going to go alternate our corners. Boy, their system has been running slow all day. They've been having trouble with their system all day. All right, so we're going to go add another street and add a corner to it. Now, He didn't really specify, but I'm going to assume you don't want your corners overlapping because it will cover less numbers. Now, if you did put your corner here instead on this 5 street, you'd have this 32, which would then become a not quite what a 35 and 36, because this is 11 to 1, but you'd have 2 8s. You'd have basically 16. You'd have 2 8 to 1s hits right there. Okay. Nothing so far. So luckily through the third round, we get to keep the bet the same in terms of the unit number. Okay, let's hope we get something. We would love to have one of these bingo numbers. 23, 24, 28, 29, or 35, 36. Let's get us another bingo number like we did last time. I think we got it on spin number 3 or 4. On 3. Okay, not this time. Now we're going to go to 4. And like I said, you can put these anywhere you want. Kind of think it out, though, so that you're not running into yourself by the 5th and 6th bet. All right, here we go. And we're going to go here, here. And we're going to double it up. So now we're covering 20 numbers now. 4 streets. Remember, each of those are covering 5 numbers each. So 5 times 4 is 20. We have a pretty good shot at hitting. And 4 of those, so we have 8 numbers that are our jackpot numbers. And we have 12 numbers that are partial wins. And while we want jackpots, we'll take any win, right? We'll take anything we can get our hands on as a win. We just don't want losses. So, it couldn't have been any worse there. Going all the way down there. All right. So we're going to go to a 5th street. Add that. And we're going to come here. And we're going to add a unit. I almost doubled it. Okay. Got to remember, just add a unit. I'm so used to martingaling. Okay, I mean, it's going to be very difficult. We're covering 25 numbers now. I mean, the chance of hitting's got to be is really good. Oh my gosh. We're just getting the worst of the worst right now. All right. Again, as you'll recall, I don't necessarily judge everything. Let's say 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, then add 1. We started out with $1,000. This is real estate cash. I'm not playing with gold coins. Okay, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, if we miss on this one, it's ordained. We're down $210. Trust me. I want this to win. I want nothing more than this to win. I don't want to lose another $240. Okay, 15. Oh my fucking God. Okay. All right, we're going again, and let's put it here and here. And we add a unit. This is a $350 bet. If we lose this, we're down $800. $800. Oh, Mr. Grinder. This is one of the reasons. I mean, this could happen with any strategy, but this is why I don't like progressive strategies, because you get a lot of wins. All right, this is the bingo we needed. This should be huge. This is the bingo we needed. This should be huge. Come on. Oh, I thought it would be bigger. I thought it would be much bigger than that. So we got to rebet. I think it's only, see, and this is the problem on this one now. You've built up so many losses that even when you get a bingo number, which was 35, I mean, it only paid us $450, $350, $250, $175. So we got a big hill to climb out of, but we have a huge coverage. So let's hope we get some bingo numbers moving forward, and we don't hit some of those whacks that we have interlaced between all those bingos and partial wins. Another bingo number, 35 again. We'll take it. This should bring us up to even. Even Steven right here. Not even. Oh, so it's a 175 win. Whew, okay. Here we go again. Do you guys have an idea of where my thumb's going to go? All right, we're at 13 spins. It was looking promising. I mean, obviously, this could happen to any strategy where you have a string of bad lucks. We happen to get a whole bunch of terrible first dozens, but like I said, I think these strategies, you have to keep them up really high. Oh my fucking God. Oh wow. So we're already at 7, so I'm just going to add a unit to each of these. Okay, let's see if we can get out of this hole. We're at 14 spins. Man, that was ugly. All right, we just added a unit. So now it's a $420 bet. 420 stake cash bet. Come on now. Okay, there's a bingo. We needed that. We needed that. Okay, now we got a rebet. So come on, give us at least two more bingos, man. I would, at this point, if we get back to around 100, I might start over. I don't want to risk half our bankroll anymore, even though that's what you're supposed to do in the strategy. I don't know. We'll see how I feel. $31. Oh, fuck. Okay. Yeah, 660. We don't have enough to go on. So I'm going to call it right there. I'm going to give this a thumbs down. Not just because, I'll tell you the reasons why. Not because we got very unlucky at the beginning, because this is why I don't like progressive systems. Your chance of losing is very high. You're hoping for a win early on. If you don't, and you go like we do, and you get behind, it's very, very difficult to get back. You just saw it. I mean, I would say, I don't know if you would be this lucky all the time, but we were. So I actually kind of want to show you something. So I'll be right back. Hang tight. Okay, we're back. I'm going to show you just kind of a variation that I was thinking about. So, and I didn't even do it right. I didn't even have time to do it right. So I'm going to clear this 660 out. We started with another 980. Okay. That's good. We're happy with that. So actually what I want to do is I want to go here, here. I'm going to go here, here. I'm going to go here, here. And I'm going to go here, here. So I'm going to start mine out with 4 streets instead of 1 street. And I haven't played this yet, but in my head, this is how I would play it. And I'm still going to use a progression system, but I'm starting out with my progression way ahead. I'm starting out covering 20 numbers right off the bat. Okay, partial win. A whole $5, but we'll take it. So we're going to just stay right where we're at and see how this goes. So let's see how this goes. I mean, unlucky's unlucky. My 27 number systems, you've seen it. I've gotten really, really unlucky as well. So that's not the reason for, I'll save my final verdict for the end of what I think about that, but no, I won't. I'll tell you right now, I don't like progressive systems like that because once you get behind, it's so hard to get caught up. And I just find that the first couple are wasted. Okay, another partial win. We'll take it. $5. Takes us to 95. And the reason other isn't just because you lose, but you're covering 5 numbers and then 10 numbers and 15. Meanwhile, you're racking up those losses, right? I would rather have a better chance of hitting right now and rack up a $40 loss than a 10, than a 20, than a 30, and risk losing. And by the time you get down here and you're doubling up, you got to win multiple times at such a high number. Now, that being said, I bet if we went back and played that, I don't know, maybe I'll dink around with it another time with $1 units or 10-cent units and see how it makes out. Because every strategy can have its bad luck, right? Oh, baby. Look at this. Bingo. Loving it. All right, we're up 175. Let's keep it going. I mean, obviously, even with this one, I don't look at this and go, okay, see, this is the golden goose. I mean, we could easily be hitting 1 through 6 and 31 through 36, as well as number 24, number 12, number 13, number 21. Well, not 21, that's a partial win, but you get what I mean. 30. So it can happen. But I like my chances this way better. Starting out, if you're going to do a progressive system, okay, another partial, we'll take it. $5. $5. All right. Man, she's crushing the second dozen right now, which we like. We'll take it. And I don't really believe in patterns, so it doesn't really matter where you put it. I try grouping them together because it's easier when you go back to adding a unit to it. It's easier if they're closer together than skipping all over. But then again, they're not that far either. That's just me being ultra lazy. Oh, another partial. We'll take it. We will take it. This is what happened on the live giveaway. We were playing 5 double streets, and she was hitting, I want to say it's her too. She was hitting all these, mostly it was all these 2 streets right here. It was crazy. I don't remember if it was her. I know she was my dealer today at least twice. I don't know if it was during the live session. I have to go back and watch. If you haven't seen it, go to kick.com, follow All on Black 1919. And you can go back and watch the videos. And you can watch today's giveaway. It was pretty amazing. Okay, here we go. This is spin number 6. I mean, we're getting pretty damn lucky right now. We are getting pretty lucky on this right now. So I'm not necessarily judging this one against the other. Okay, there's a loss. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to add a unit. And I'm trying to decide if I want to add a unit to it or not. We'll go ahead and add a unit. So we got a $100 bet, but we're up 145, so we're still playing with house money. Let's hope she doesn't start hitting the 31-36 yet. Let's hope she comes back to the second dozen. And somehow, magically, the last on Grinder's session, she was magically hitting. Okay, so there's another loss. So we're going to repeat that. Then we're going to go up to $15 units. Okay, repeat. And then we're going to add one here. 20. Oh, no. Undo. 15. Can I get them all in? Whew. Just in time. All right, this is a 180 bet. 180 bet, and we got nice coverage now. We have six streets out there. Times 5. We have 30 numbers covered, so let's hope we get lucky. There's a 16. It's a partial win. We'll take it. We will take that. Our number didn't change there though. All right, 180. Maybe that is correct. What was the low here? 40? I don't know. Huh. Oh, maybe this is a tie at this point. Maybe the partials are only tie. I mean, I haven't gone through this and vetted it out with the payouts tables yet. This is just me going off the cuff. So looks like the partial wins now are only ties. All right, there's a bingo. There's our bingo. So that helps us. What does this do for us? Okay, that gets us back. We're going to start all over again. Oops. I'm going to do the same thing we did last time. Okay, there we go. We're starting out automatically covering 4 streets. And then you could do this many ways. You could stay on 4 streets and let it rip twice. I haven't played around with this. So you could do them 4 streets and let it rip twice instead of expanding immediately. There's a loss. So like I said, you could sit here at 40 and try to get it back that way. But I'm just going to stick. And I think I would do that. If I were to play with this, I think I would just play another round with it like this. But we're going to expand and we're going to add a unit to it. Like I said, I haven't had time. This is just as off the top of my head how I would play this in some fashion, starting out bigger, which is basically, you know, if I'm going to do that, I'm going to play my 27 number system, right? But it's kind of cool. If you start out with, you know, 20 numbers in the middle, then you slowly expand. Again, I'm not a fan of progressive coverage systems, but I don't think this one's too bad. Okay, that's a partial. So that's a break even. Oh, that's a loss actually. That's a loss of, what was that? A loss of $10. Okay. See, I haven't thought out the pay scales. I guess if you're going to expand because of the number of, you know, I'd have to go up to $5. I'd have to go up to $15 on those, but that's all right. If I were to maybe I'll fine tune this and give Mr. Grinder a second chance at his system. Although, we lost $660 with his. All right, there's a loss. So we're going to go ahead and expand and let's see. I'm trying to decide if I want to add a unit. We did last time. I almost feel like we need to double the bet here, but we're just going to go up 1 unit. So I think if I were to play around with this, I would keep the original 4 streets, do that at least twice at the same bet. Maybe on the 3rd, if you lose that, you add a unit on the 3rd, and then on the 4th, you start adding and adding a unit. Oh, see, it could happen anywhere. So we got caught there. So we're going to re-up and add a unit to everything. But by now, because I'll have to redo this, so I think I would play these 4 streets, our originals. I think I would play it twice without doing it, play it a 3rd time without doing it, and then on the 4th loss, I would keep it the same, except by that time, your units are already much higher than when you start to expand. And it would kind of go in line with when Roulette Grinder is doing his, it would catch up, but you would have those first several. All right, that's a bingo right there. Let's see what that does for us. Okay, not bad, not great, right? So we're going to go back in. What did we win on that? We won $420, didn't we? So that was a $180 win, if I'm not mistaken. 150, yeah, 180 win. So this will give us a 180 win on this, and apparently I'm expecting some sort of loss on partials. So probably the smarter thing to do would be adding. I'd have to go up with my bets and at least add another 5, another unit to all those at least. All right, there's another bingo right there. Boom. Another 180. Look at that. We're at 210. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play it one more time through, except I'm going to change it to the way we just talked about. I'm going to leave it like this for 3 losses and wait till the 4th loss. And then, well, actually, I'll leave it like this for the first 3 losses. On the 4th loss, we'll leave it the same, except we'll then add a unit and then start adding a unit from there. Actually, I don't think that's going to work either, because we're losing more along the way. So maybe I start expanding and I'm adding a unit already. Is that what I was already doing though? I think that's what I was already doing. All right, let's see. I think what I'll do is, and now I'm just playing. I already like the profit we got off this. I think we're going to go here a second time and add a unit now. And I think we'll play this 4 times. 3 losses. I think we'll play this for 3 losses. Yeah, we'll play this for 3 losses, adding a unit each time. On the 4th loss, we'll start expanding and adding a unit each time again. Oh man, hit my whole, he's finding the wax. Okay, so now this is, again, we're going to add a unit. I'm just trying these out. I haven't played with it. I think maybe the first strategy was best, except adding units to it each time instead of waiting. I don't know. And maybe you do add a unit, or maybe 2 units to begin. I don't know. We're covering 20 numbers right now, just a little over half. Just a little over half. Okay, there's an 18. That's a bingo right there. That's what we needed right there. 315, beautiful. 285. Brilliant. All right, let's do it again. Let's see if this is repeatable, or if I'm just getting lucky with this. And let's see. I think I'm going to play it the same way I did last time. We'll add a unit for 3 on the 4th loss. 5, then we go to 10, then we go to 15. I'm trying to think. Oh, look at that. Bingo again. So you got to admit, we had some holes. I mean, we've hit our holes. We had 8 losses. Man, we're at 19 spins and we're up 350. All right, let's go one more time. I almost actually, if this is doing well, I almost want to play this until I catch up with the $660 that I just lost. And so again, to be very clear, I'm not saying that progressive system or that progressive systems can't work or don't work. I'm saying I don't prefer them. I prefer something like this. Nothing you can do about a 0. So we're going to double our bet, add 1 unit, which is double on the first time. So you'll have to play them yourself. Like I said, the reason for me is when you're only playing such few numbers to begin and you're progressing out, obviously your coverage is low, your risk of losing is high, and then you start martingaling. By the time you happen to get down here, you saw we had initial good sessions, we were up, but then it only takes that one session where you're just catching up could be impossible. You could of course get lucky. We wanted that 16. We didn't want that 33, did we? Okay, so now we're going to add another unit. And then after this, we'll start expanding. I mean, I think. Is this where we were last time when we hit a jackpot? This was. So maybe we'll get lucky right here and hit a jackpot. We could just stay here another, let's see, 5, 5, 5, 1, 2, 3 losses, 5 loss, 10 loss. This would be our third loss right here. 8. Okay, partial win. We'll take it. So we just rebet. Okay, that was a $15 win. So now we're going to go up. Not go up. We're just going to rebet. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe if we lose this one, maybe we stay put and add another. This is when it's really great to play with gold coin. And even better initially to play with Roulette Royal. That app is good for just determining your payouts because then it spins a lot faster, you know. So the Roulette Royal app, that's what I use it for, is just testing strategies to look at the payouts. Oh. Okay, so I think we're going to expand. Let's stay put for one more. I'm curious what happens and how this plays out. If we stay here and then start expanding after this. So if we lose this, we add a street and a corner and we bring everything up to $25. Let's see what happens. All right, we got a 160 bet. At least we had a nice little cushion. And we'll see how well this one recovers. I mean, almost all full coverage systems, you know, if you get behind too much on all of them, you get behind. It's hard to recover. 21. All right, that's a bingo. All right, that should do well for us. Boom, 385. Okay, let's start again. And yeah, I know I could go like this, and that would always keep my base bet if I wanted to. But who knows? Okay, so we're going to play it that way. We're going to go up to $20. There's a partial. Was that a $5 win? Yeah, $5 win. Oops. We don't want to do that. We just want to have it rebet us. Unfortunately, unlike the other server where you can go up by 1 unit if you have it saved as a favorite, this one, I don't think you can go up by 1 unit. Although sometimes it does if you like double click the double button really fast. I don't know. All right, let's see where this takes us. We're at 25 spins right now. Oh, there's another bingo. Beautiful. Beautiful. Look at that. All right, we might be able to win back this 660 we lost. Maybe. Maybe. Who knows? Man, it's 11. It's almost midnight. I got to get to bed. Okay, let's see what Harry Potter can do for us now. So far, so good. We have lost at 5, lost at 10, lost at 15, and 1. We haven't gone past... Well, there's a partial. We haven't gone past 4 losses yet, I don't believe. And I mean 4 losses before recovery. 1 loss, 2 loss, 3 loss, 4 loss. I think this was a tie. No, it was a loss because it hit at that point on this one. I think the partial wins were break evens. 2 win, 3. Yeah, so we have yet to go past a fourth loss, I believe. 2 there. All right, that's a partial. We'll keep taking it. What does that get us? 90 bucks. That gives us $10. All right, we'll take it. 470. All right. Actually, we don't even need to do that. We're up. We're up. I don't even know. Did I have it doubled last time? I did. Well, we didn't need to double it last time, did we? 14, 11. Yeah, that was 11 and 14. That was a bingo and a partial. And I think I went up to $10 a unit. There's another 14. Boy, these two streets have been popular today when I've been on. Okay, let's go, Potter. Mr. Potter. All right, 475. Let's get to 660, shall we? Sort of. Well, yeah, if we could do great, if we could hit a couple of the jackpot numbers right at this first level, right? 24. Okay, partial again. We'll take it. We'll take it. $5. $5. Get to $465 at a time. All right, let's fucking go. Let's not hit green. Elvergon. Okay, we've been recording both of these sessions back to back. We've been at it for 37 minutes. So I don't know if I'll get all the way to 660. We may just call it quits here in a second if we can hit a jackpot. I'm pretty tired. I think we'll probably call it quits once we get our next win. All right, and that's a partial. Once we get a next good win. I mean, actually, I kind of want to just quit now because we're up 485 and I don't want to start getting in the hole, you know. With only 20 numbers covered, I'm actually surprised we're hitting this many. Hitting this many covered numbers, I'm surprised we're not hitting way more uncovered. And we all know they can come punches and bunches, so they can definitely come in a streak. So I think if I end up giving, yes, that's a jackpot number. Look at that. Nice. 550. We're going to stick with it. Let's see if we can get 660. Let's see if we can do it. Worst that'll happen is we'll lose 550 and I'll be just down 660. But right now we're only down 110. That's fine. That's acceptable. And that's a risk I'm willing to take trying out other people's strategies. I don't relish the idea of losing $1,000, but or 500 or whatever whenever I decide to pull the plug on it. I think I'll probably leaning towards thumb down on it. 18. That's a bingo number again. Fuck, 2 18s in a row. Good job, Mr. Potter. 615. Zam. Oh my gosh, we're one away. One good bingo number away from getting our 660 back. All right. Let's see what happens. But I don't know. I think it's my experience with the progressive coverage systems that you can win. You can get lucky and get lucky and get lucky. But then it just takes one play with that system where you could get down to where you can't cover back up. Okay, there's our loss. Now remember, we stay here all the way to $20. So we're going to times 2. Even this gets dangerous, right? We can start going down the hole here and, adding a unit, and then pretty soon adding another street and adding units, and it gets at that point, if we start expanding, it's going to get expensive for us too to recover. It gets harder and harder to recover. Any high coverage system is like that. Let's decline it. Any high coverage system like that, the difference is on the progressive one, you're adding up a whole bunch of losses along the way. Oh, bloody hell, Harry. All right, so now we're going to add a unit. 10, and we're going to add a unit. And we'll add 5 to this just in case. So if we lose here, then we'll add 20 to each one. We're at a $120 bet right now. It'll be a 160 bet. We'll be adding $40 back to it again. So let's hope we can get a bingo number here. But he could be on a losing streak. We could be on, I mean, there's plenty of numbers to miss us up. Oh, yep, there it is. Okay. That's 120. We're going to 160. Wait a second. Almost botched that by martingaling it. Okay, we're at 20. We're at 160. I definitely think we'll accept this. It'll keep it at this one. So when we add, if we lose on this one and we start to expand, it'll be there. 23. That's a partial. We needed a 20, baby. We needed a 20. Okay. Just in case, we're going to move this one to 10. In case we need to start expanding. And I think on this, I won't go to a 7th street. I don't think I like adding a 7th street because you're overlapping numbers. Yes, you give yourself one jackpot number maybe. Or no, you give yourself a little bit more jackpot if we were to slam another street in here. 16 partial. Damn it. I see the teens and I'm like, yes, $20. All right. Oh, or whatever. I guess the partials, yeah, the partials on the street are much better than the partials on the corners, of course. Oops, let's go back. Yeah, because, these are 8 to 1. This is 11 to 1. So no kidding. So the partials there on the streets are actually pretty decent partials, right? Okay, but we need a bingo number is what we really want. But I'm not going to snuff my nose up at a street partial or any partial for that fact, as long as it's not a loss. 20, that is a bingo number right there, baby. That's a bingo number. 735 and we're done. 735 and we're done. All right, I may just play that like that system there. And I don't know. Do I get to name it? Do I get to call that my own system now? I think I should, right? Shouldn't I get to call that my own system? What would be a cool way to call that? I don't know. I'll have to think on it. Any good suggestions you see? I had to be inclined to call it, I don't know. I'll have to maybe call it Vulture. I don't know. Something. Well, I think we'll call it the Phoenix. Maybe we'll call it the Phoenix because it's kind of shaped like a bird the way I had it. And one hit and it takes you out of the ashes, out of the fire, and you're reborn. I think we'll call that Phoenix. Plus, I have a giant phoenix tattooed on my back, so it kind of matches. So, all right, 735. We actually went from down 660 and won back 735. So we're up $75 on this session. So I'm going to have to give the progressive system a thumbs down, not because it did minus 660, but because on the progressive systems, I have a feeling that that's going to be more common. That's going to be a pretty decent outcome or a pretty common outcome for you if you play that system. I think it's better if you're going to do a progressive, start out with a decent coverage area, then add your progressions, kind of like what I was doing, something that I need to still iron this out and play with it, but that's what I would do. Anyway, that's it for this session of a Challenger session, member challenge from Mr. Roulette Grinder. I appreciate you sending in. Absolutely. I mean, it's been working for you apparently. So if it works for someone, everything works differently for everybody. So you might want to give it a try. I suggest you go to 10-cent bets or 1-penny bets or something when you're testing out strategies. Don't do $5 bets, units like I was doing. Anyway, all right. Be good humans. Be good to yourself. Be good to each other. It's not that hard. It's us against the casino. All of us against the casino. All right. Kick some ass. All right. Good night.